Determine the equations of lines passing through the points 0, 2 and an angle of pi over 3 and 2 pi over 3 with the x-axis. Additionally, find lines parallel to these at a distance of 2 units below the origin where they intersect the y-axis. Let's try to understand the problem graphically first. So here we have the coordinate axis. Let's consider a point A on the y-axis with the coordinates 0, 2. We have one line which is going to pass through this particular point A, and it makes an angle pi over 3 with the x-axis. So here we have the line passing through the point A and making an angle of pi over 3 with the x-axis. Then we have another line which also passes through the same point A, but this time it makes an angle of 2 pi over 3 with the x-axis. So we have this line making an angle of 2 pi over 3 with the x-axis. So we will try to find out the equation of the two lines first. Now, to find out the equation of the line, we will use the point slope form of a line. The point slope form of a line states that if we have a line that passes through the point, let's say x1, y1, and that line also has a slope given by m, then we have y minus y1 equals to the slope m multiplied to x minus x1. So this particular expression represents the equation of that particular line. So let's start with the line which makes an angle pi over 3 with the x-axis. So here it's given that theta is pi over 3. So using this information, we can find out the slope of the line. So let's call the slope as m1. So m1 will be defined as tangent of that angle theta. So the theta is pi over 3. So pi over 3 is 60 degrees. So that means tangent of 60 degrees is simply square root of 3. So we have the slope of that particular line, and it passes through the point A with the coordinates 0, 2. So we can use this two information to find out the equation of the line. So here we will get y minus y1. So here y1 will correspond to the y coordinate of point A. So that's simply 2. This will be equals to the slope, which is square root of 3. Multiplied to it will be x minus x1. So here x1 will be equals to 0. So when we rearrange the terms, we're going to get the equation square root of 3x minus y plus 2 equals to 0. So this is going to be the equation of the line. So let's write it down. This is square root of 3x minus y plus 2 equals to 0. Now coming to the other line, let's say it's theta, or let's call it theta prime. Its angle is 2 pi over 3 radian. The 2 pi over 3 is simply 120 degrees. So if we find out the slope of the line, which will denote by m2, so that will be tangent of 2 pi over 3. So here 2 pi over 3 gives us a value negative square root of 3. So that means the slope of the line is going to be negative square root of 3, and that is evident because theta, which is 2 pi over 3, is an obtuse angle, and whenever the angle is obtuse, the slope becomes negative. Fine. So now what we'll do, we'll substitute these into our slope, point slope form. So we get y minus y1. It's going to be the same point 0, 2. So y1 will be 2. This will be equals to negative times square root of 3 times x minus 0. So rearranging the terms, we're going to get the equation positive square root of 3x plus y minus 2 equals to 0. So this is going to be the equation of the yellow line. So let's write it down. So we have square root of 3x plus y minus 2 equals to 0. Okay, so the first part is done. Now we have to go to the second part. Additionally, find lines parallel to this at a distance of 2 units below the origin. Now at the distance of 2 units below the origin means, let's say this is the point B with the coordinates 0, negative 2. Clearly, point B is 2 units below the origin. Now we have to find out the equation of the lines which are parallel to the white line and the yellow line. So let's say we consider the line which passes through the point B, and it is parallel to the white line. Now here we don't have to worry with what angle that line makes with the x-axis, because the slope of parallel lines are equal, which means that the for the new white line, let's call it, for the new white line, the slope m will be simply m1. So that also is going to be equals to square root of 3. Okay, but this time it is going to pass through the new point 0, negative 2. So that means the equation will be y minus y1. So y1 will be negative 2. This will be equals to square root of 3 times x minus 0. Rearranging the terms, we get square root of 3 times x minus y minus 2 equals to 0. So this is going to be the equation of the line. So we have square root of 3x minus y minus 2 equals to 0. We will also have another line which is parallel to the yellow line, but this time it is going to pass through the point B. So this is going to be the other line. So this line is going to have a slope equal to that of the line which makes an angle 2 pi over 3 with the x-axis. So here, let's consider the yellow line. So the yellow line is going to have the slope, we're going to call it m2. So this will be equals to the value m2, which is negative square root of 3. So it's going to have the value negative times square root of 3 with the point B through which it passes 0 comma negative 2. So that means our equation is going to be y minus negative 2 equals to negative square root of 3 multiplied to x minus 0. So we're going to get the equation square root of 3x plus y plus 2 equals to 0. So this is going to be the equation of the line which passes through the point B 0 comma negative 2, meaning it is passing through a point which is 2 units below the origin and is parallel to the line which makes an angle 2 pi over 3 with the x-axis.